Greetings everyone, and Great here with another Advanced Wars by Web replay. Spawn on top side as the, what is this called, Acid Rain Jess. We got TomusMaximus. Spawn on the south side as the Jade Sun Lash. We got a foreign name. Oh, got a Rumicon. Hey, I do stream to 4 platforms. Either way, spawn. Let's see, what else is there to cover? This map is a 3-base map and a airport as well. There's also a seaport there, which are just meant for a regular lander, nothing too significant. Both players do have a 1 health cruiser on top of their HQs. Get a bit of, honestly, decent vision, just to just stop a quick capture there. Let's see, you should check out the Maximizer edition. It lays out the map in CO. Is that a plugin? Yeah. Can't, when it comes to spammers, it's more or less, let's see, when it comes to Rumble, there's currently approximately 7 people watching. It's fine. But yeah, should take a look at that extension. By the way, let's go ahead and get started. This map also has a pair of comm towers instead of the map. Just as course, the vehicle special gives plus 10% firepower of all vehicles and minus 10% firepower on all other units, barring foot soldiers. So for battlecopters is still quite adequate. Minus 10% is not a huge issue. Lash is of course the terrain specialist, gets plus 10% firepower on based on terrain. Per terrain sword, blah, I cannot speak. Which can be generally useful. This map has decent amount of play, so she has a consistent plus 10%, and possible plus 30%, occasional plus 20 and plus 40, but mostly a static 10 and 30. Thanks, I'll take a look at that. There's a lot of plugins. Advanced Wars by Web, I'm surprised how many plugins there are. I want those a little bit more reliable sound plugins since I always have a bit of static going on. I do have a relatively early APC. See a lot of players, at least the northern player, go for an early APC, so there must be some sort of specific build order. But always is quite nice to push infantry units forward. Lash's recon is aggressively pushing me forward, a bit of a forced recon if you will. Does spot the recon in this base here. We've got now some Lash tanks pulling the field. Recon gets a good strike there. Got another tank deployed up by Lash. Jess has a tank down here. So right now she has 2 tanks versus Lash's 3 tanks. We forgot the little mouth the weird mouth in between the 2 eyes. I suppose binoculars would be also a bit more adequate as well. Does get a bit of damage there. And there, so interrupts 2 capture. Right now, Lash at 1,200, 1,300, or 1,000, 15,000. I cannot speak. Cannot read. Artillery, recon, infantry. Got an anti-air over here. Generally, I've been told that you want to get an anti-air no later than turn 10. Because you never know when a battlecopter may come out. Between turn 8, 9, or 10, you want to get out anti-air. In this case, not really warranted, but at least anti-airs are still incredibly effective versus infantry. Got tank, and infantry there. So both players adequate in spamming out tanks. The Lash does, of course, have a recon. Artillery, tank, and infantry. So Lash has gotten out 2 tanks. Not 2 tanks, 2 artillery. She's definitely gotten out 2 tanks. A little bit more than that. Oh. I guess there's a bit of bad luck there. I thought she would get it killed off. 6-7%. She must have had less than 6%. Not a massive loss, but Lash can pull back the tank. Tanks still have decent amount of spotting there. There's a good chance this tank's down to 1 health, or 1% health, I should say. Recon, anti-air. Does interrupt the capture there. Lash has... Ooh, look at the funding different right now. 16 versus 20. Does capture one more property, and there's another one there, so she should have 18, but Lash has skipped a large amount of properties, so Jess will have a decent economic advantage, to say the least. In fact, right now, at the start of this turn, Jess started the turn, ended the turn of 77. Lash ended the turn of 76, so Jess is about a turn ahead. I think Lash may have been too aggressive. Thank you. Interrupts the capture down there, and that is actually pretty important. Jess doesn't realize how important it is right now, but she does have a decent economic advantage throughout this entire game. Good strike there. Do now have a turbocharge available, which will give her +1 movement range, the biggest part, as well as increased damage from +10 to +20%. Of course, got the passive +10, +10 as well. So maybe the +1 movement would be quite nice, though it looks like most of her units are in range, so additional 20% firepower. I suppose could strike this tank if she had vision of it. Oh, it does pop turbocharge. I was more leaning not going for it, but she does pop it. Let's see what she does. I guess she wants a little bit extra firepower, which plus 2% firepower in total for tanks is not bad. Does fully stop that capture, resupplies that tank. Able to pick off a good number of infantry units. That is actually quite nice. We'll get a great strike on that artillery piece, effectively knocking it out. So we'll still get a good strike on that tank there. And we do now have a full Neo tank on the field by Jess. Artillery and tank does not finish off that unit. We'll get a good strike on the infantry unit. Thing as well, that plus 10% defense and the boosted strike in return is being quite effective right now. Tank falls back, trying to machine gun that tank, does get it. Yeah, Lash right now has 65,000 on the field. Now ends turn of 86, Jess starts turn of 88, so she's ahead by 1 full turn. Well, she still has her turn. Prime tactics now available. Doubles defense stars. As well as give her some perfect movement, which I don't see this map being too particularly great or perfect movement. Anti-air. No battlecopters yet deployed in the field. So here comes the prime tactics. First strike, recon getting plus 60% firepower, plus 10% for acting power and superpower, so plus 70% firepower. Decides to capture that with 6 defense stars. It'll be hard to displace it. Will be still easy to interrupt it. Great booster strike there. Tank will finish that off. Anti-air takes a strike at the tank. We'll finish off the 3 health tank there. Very nice. Try and capture that property. It's still a despicable neutral. The extra defense stars and during the follow-up turn, their opponent's turn, is definitely the better part of terrain tactics, in my opinion. But you now have a medium tank in the field, which can help fight against the Neo tank. And thanks to Prime Tactics, at least as well as Terrain Tactics, able to at least go through forests at normal speed if needed. So there is a bit more utility there for these slower vehicles such as the medium tank. Yeah, the... What was that? Yes, the interrupt, but... I was not expecting that, honestly. It's just sometimes comedic when it comes to that sort of thing. Oh, deletes her own cruiser there. Turbocharge cannot be brought on in, plus moving range can be quite nice. You now have a Jess battlecopter. This probably should be captured next turn. Does not take out the anti-air, effectively knocks it out though. Trying to threaten that property will take a bit of time though. True. Well, Lash does have a battlecopter in the field, and now does Jess. They both have a battlecopter. Neo tank does fall back. And got another Neo tank by Jess. And a T-copter. Bad damage there. Will not take out the infantry unit, just put some good damage onto it. Just getting pretty close to an overdrive, so +2 movement range can be quite nice. Another medium tank by Lash. If the Neo tank charges forward, it can receive some pretty good retaliation fire from the medium tank. Battlecopter tank infantry. It's a good strike on the recon. We'll finish off the recon. Now there could be a nice little booster strike onto the infantry unit. Takes out that one as well. Some good picks there. Lash right now is 139,000 in the field. Jess probably has a similar amount. Gotta wait till the end of the start of her turn. And now Lash goes for her own Neo tank. So Lash in turn for 161,000 in the field. Jess was sort of 139. So it's going back day-to-day difference. But here comes the overcharge, which could allow Lash's medium tanks to get some good retaliation. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There could be a pretty nice boost strike on that Neo tank if that seat does not get occupied. Of course, now both Neo tanks are there. Only one medium tank's in range. Get some small picks there. Lash could just set up her medium tanks to strike the Neo tanks. Push for the regular tanks to just be a bit of bait. Medium tank actually pushed forward, gets itself revealed. It is sitting on top of a missile silo, missile silo platform, so it does have 3 stars of defense. Got a Lash, another Lash Neo tank on the field, gets a good shot there. And I think as well, if one of these Neo tanks, if both these Neo tanks strike the medium tank, then the medium, what's ever left there, can pull off and then put another unit there to get a booster strike there, and perhaps a Prime Tactics boosted strike there to get the medium Neo tanks. Lash is positioned where she can handle those Neo tanks. And when it comes to perfect movement, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So the Neo tank can range that missile silo platform as well. Does throw around both of the medium tanks, very nice. And here comes an overcharge. Get a good strike on both those medium tanks, that's for sure. But this Neo tank will likely get one-shotted. There's also the comm tower as well, so one of those Neo tanks will go down to a Prime Tactics. But how much damage will Jess inflict? Does get trapped. And here comes Prime Tactics. Did a lot of damage there. End start of 150,000. Last shot's return of 108. So let's see how this goes. Artillery gets a nice boosted strike there. Gain approximately plus like 35% firepower. Okay, looks like this Neo tank's gonna be marked for death. Yep, I'm curious how much damage that would do. Yep, an easy kill there. So now Lash has 2 Neo tanks in the region, while Jess only has the 1. So Lash has quite a bit of force. The medium tanks are effectively not great at the moment. They'll still be nice and can draw a bit of fire. Medium light tanks can engage them, but won't be a fantastic engagement overall. Lash still has 34 units in the field versus Jess's 26. It ends start of 120,000 versus just 112 starting. So Jess still has an advantage, but not in unit count, which is actually important. Because sometimes an extra 1 health unit just for a wall is very effective. Tank, tank, tank. Jess's turn. Not Jess's, Lash's turn. And both these Neo tanks are back here at the moment. Nice booster strike there. It will clean up some of these outlying units. Finish off that infantry unit there. Tank puts around. And the recon will be surrounded. Maybe I'll destroy this with regular tank there. It's hard to tell how much health it has left. Another anti-air infantry tank. Neo tank on the Neo tank. It's a great strike there. And both of those Neo tanks are on 3-star properties. Jess ends turn of 134,000. Lash starts turn of 115, so Lash is starting to fall behind. It's a great strike there, though. And we'll finish off... No, does not finish off the Neo tank. It's probably getting pretty close, though. Infantry tank. Overcharge is available. Maybe we'll see her save up for overdrive. Never mind. Turbocharge active. It's a great strike there. Takes out that Neo tank. Medium tank T-copter and base skip infantry. And there's prime tactics. My apologies for the sound bug. Gets a nice boosted strike there, doing plus 30% damage. Get some good kills there. Managed to gun down the infantry unit there. Many of the medium and neo tanks falls back there. Good strike from the battlecopter. Battlecopter artillery infantry tank. I think it's a good strike down the tank. Infantry onto infantry, infantry onto infantry. Battlecopter will swing around. Doesn't get a kill. Battlecopter does go down. Infantry goes down. Got recon infantry tank. Jess ends turn of a nice even 130,000. Lash start turn of 99,000, so she's still getting pretty far behind. Get some good kills there. Flipping this property would give Lash the income lead. Medium tank takes a strike against that Neo tank, gets some good damage there. And the 5 health Neo tank will get a good strike as well, wounding that Neo tank. But soon there's going to be 2 5 health Neo tanks for Jess. She could merge them together. May see turbocharge this turn. Takes out the Neo tank there and does pop the turbocharge. Recon Neo tank infantry unit. Lash does have another medium tank on the field to help engage the Neo tanks, but right now she's pretty far behind tech at 75,000 versus 128. So getting pretty far behind. Try and flip some properties. Lash does now have economic advantage, but only slight at the moment. And Lash does go for another Neo tank. There's a good strike there. We have a just medium tank on the field. More sound bugs, my apologies. Does get a good shot there. Takes out that tank. Going to capture as well. Put some rounds into that recon. Recon does go down. Another recon battlecopter recon anti-air. Jess has a pretty good firm grasp in the game. Got another tank infantry battle copter. It looks like Jess is rotating down south. And infantry. Some good strikes there. We do have another recon pushing on the right side. Battlecopter supporting them as well. Tank artillery. Got now anti-air. Tank artillery. Does get trapped there. Put some rounds of the T-copter. Units rotating down south. Neo-tank's getting ready to close to the Neo-tank. We've almost got another command points for another prime tactics. If your unit does go down, picks up the artillery piece. Recon, infantry, and another neo-tank by Jess. Drew end term 197,000 versus Lash's starting 154 on the field. Takes out, or it doesn't take out the T-copter, almost did. T-copter heading up north, has 1 health, does take up that anti-air. Prime attacks now available. Anti-air infantry. Battlecopter gets a good strike there in that tank. Tank does go down. We've got now a bomber, infantry. Infantry unit throws some rounds in the Neo tank, puts a nice little hit there. You now have turbocharge available. And Neo tank is good strike. Neo tank effectively one-shotting it. Anti-air push way forward, gets another good shot there, cleaning up the southern flank quite severely. Neo tank is good strike there in the recon. Neo tank hits the tank. Hits the artillery piece as well. This was a game-ending push. Lash only has a single Neo tank to really contest against, or medium to engage all these Neo tanks. She does have a bomber way back here, but it's probably going to arrive a little bit too late. It's probably going to be 3 turns before we get a single shot off. Of course, she still has to be careful about anti-airs. Activates prime tactics, trying to capture some properties. There's a good strike there, cleans up some of these outlying recons. Get some good strikes. And Lash does go ahead and resign. Zangrade saying, thank you for watching, and on to the next replay.